Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We have already started here. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Bernardo Silva. He's a real box of tricks, Peter, with a super first touch and a really nice, silky smooth dribbling style. He's also got an eye for a telling pass, and he's a more than decent finisher too. What we don't usually comment on is his phenomenal work rate, and that will be a standout for this team over the course, I can assure you.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Konate with the clearance. Hernandez. And now a sudden chance to counter. Bernardo Silva. And it's Bernardo Silva. DiMarco. And here's Madueke. Oh, that's a fine challenge.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Sporting appearing to have the better of things in these early exchanges. And this is Bernardo Silva. Crosses it in. Chance! Danger averted for now.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
No, that's been intercepted. Isak. Great chance!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Could move up a gear here. Szymanski. Another throw-in. Still goalless. Liverpool applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course the returns can be terrific. Timber. Gordon. Andrić. Looking for the run. Acerbi. Oh, easy pickings there. Rui. Not the most convincing of passes. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Gordon. Looking to play him in. That's beautifully weighted. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Hernandez. Well, good play on the left-hand side here. And it's Hernandez. Nicely spread. Now it's Isak. And again, he's sorted that out terrifically. DiMarco. And the counter is on. Rui. Played back into the centre. And here's Isak!
Isak really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Well, that pass isn't the best. Can he finish? That's really well manoeuvred. He's played it back. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Oh, whistle's gone, now then! The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Absolutely terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Szymanski! And that has been clubbed away. Aimed beyond the defence. Andrić. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Oh, that's... Can he finish? Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, what has happened here? And here's Isak. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Hernandez, Di Marco, oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Doku, Timber does well to... There's the whistle for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, that's a key interception. Timber. Andrić.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Szymanski. He's in plenty of space here. Chance to shoot! That has been knocked clear. It's a searching pass. Madueke.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
He has found the way through. And the finish! Oh, brilliant from Gordon! That is a gem! An absolute gem! The second half off to a spectacular start. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Sporting have fired themselves in front.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
Big chance, corner. Liverpool have their second corner now. And the shot! Timber is there, and he can get that clear. Knocks it into space. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
There's the shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Acerbi. Liverpool are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Sporting are leading here through the only goal of the game, scored early in the second half. And the score is 1-0. Can he get it through? And it's DiMarco. And here's Isak. He's chosen to go back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Just a quarter of an hour to play. Hernandez promptly onto that, and that is that. That has been cut short. Tries to play it through. Now it's Gordon. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. The referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here. Well, he waited a little while, but it does seem that the referee was eventually convinced that that was a clear enough chance he denied.
Well, I suppose the other choice, Peter, would have been to...
He's having a go. It's loose now, and they want to get it back.
Sporting surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Crosses it in. And it's safely in the keeper's hands.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Konate. Sporting still ahead by the game's only goal. And they can counter here. Hernandez.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And he's managed to get free. No, he wasn't going to let him past.
Sporting nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
And the shot has fallen kindly here. It's a goal. And that should do it. Within sight of the finish line. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
Substituição para o Sporting. Número 9.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Sporting could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de compensação.
Oh, chance, surely! And it's there! Lacking for neither time nor space. It could scarcely have been more straightforward.
It's shocking.
Oh, they could be caught out here. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Gordon! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. And the referee brings it to a close. Sporting really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. And that is what tends to happen when they do their thing. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.